cover kings of college football refers to the teams that covered their point spread by the largest margin. In this video, I'll share with you a link where you can download my Excel spreadsheet with my cover calculations, which is how many points did the teams cover their point spread. In the description box below is a link. When you click the link, it will take you to my Google Drive where you can download my Excel spreadsheet. Once you open up the Google spreadsheet, go to File, Download, and Microsoft Excel. Then you can see my Excel spreadsheet. So the first column has the teams. The second column is the key column, which is the cover calculation. By how many points did the team cover the point spread? The next column has the point spread and the opponent. So the top cover king for week 3 of college football is North Texas. They cover their point spread by 42.5 points against Washington State. That means that for this particular game, Vegas's point spread was off by 6 touchdowns. Number 2 is New Mexico. They cover their point spread by 40.5 points versus UCLA. They were the underdog, so they won the game and they covered the point spread. In this matchup, Vegas's point spread was off by 40.5 points. That is a huge deviation. So next you have Michigan covering the point spread by 32.5 points against Central Michigan. East Carolina, 30.5 was their cover calculation against East Carolina. To me, this was Vanderbilt is a very meaningful game. SEC conference game, Vanderbilt versus South Carolina. They cover their point spread by 27 points. Okay. Next, you got Toledo, 26.5 against Morgan State. Indiana, 25 against Indiana State. Old Dominion, 24.5 against Virginia Tech. This was a good cover. So not all covers are the same. So a cover, for example, Indiana versus an FCS opponent is not as meaningful as Vanderbilt and Old Dominion's cover against here Virginia Tech ACC and Vanderbilt South Carolina. Interestingly, the head coach of UCLA got fired and the head coach of Virginia Tech got fired. Going down the list, you have Stanford, 24 points covered against Boston College. This is a good cover. Power 4 teams. Louisiana Tech, 23.5. Utah State, 23 against Air Force. So you can download my Excel spreadsheet and go down this list. But also, the top of the list are the cover kings, the ones that cover the most. But if you go down the list, once you get into the red, at the very bottom are the underperformers. And it's actually a mirror image of the top. So Washington State played North Texas. North Texas is the cover king. Washington State is on the other end of that. So they underperformed by 42 points. UCLA underperformed by 40 points. Okay. So how do you use this in week 4? So in week 4, the upcoming, that will be Saturday, September 20th. What you do is when you're looking at the next week's games, which is week 4, you refer to this spreadsheet and see how much the teams covered. So if you have teams like, for example, North Texas, Vanderbilt, Old Dominion, and they overperformed, and they're going up against a team that, especially if they underperformed, that provides a huge discrepancy between the Vegas point spread and actually on-the-field performance from the previous week, which may provide an advantage. So now let me show you, there's actually more information on this spreadsheet. So it's not only week 3, but I also include cover information for week 2 and week 1. Now, some of the teams like Iowa State and Kansas State have played 4 games. So for them, I also include a week 0 column. So you want to go all the way to the right and look at all the different weeks. And the blue columns are the cover information. By the way, this index is just a numbering scheme, so it doesn't provide any useful information for projecting college football games. So, for example, let's look at Vanderbilt. So, Vanderbilt, week 3, they cover the point spread by 27 points against South Carolina. Good cover. Week 2, they cover the point spread by 26.5 points against Virginia Tech, ACC team. That's a good cover. So, this tells us that Vanderbilt's underrated. They're outperforming their point spread. Probably a team to follow. So, that's the idea of how to use this information. Now, what I'm going to do, again, you can look in the description box below, look for the link, and you can download the file from Google Drives. So what I'm going to do next with this information, and you want to check out my channel, my next step is this. That was week 3. I'm going to then look at the matchups for week 4, input my information from the first 3 weeks into a spreadsheet for the week 4 games. So then on one spreadsheet, you can look at the matchups side by side, and as you scroll on the look at the teams on the spreadsheet as you go to the right, you're going to see their information for the first 3 weeks, and you're going to notice trends. Did they cover? Did they not cover? How do they do against Power 4 teams, etc. So that look out. Check my channel, and you will see that will be my next project, my next video that I'm going to post.